Hey guys, let's get more news from Dallas Cowboys, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Analyst believes one NFL HC's time has run out. The Dallas Cowboys entered the wild card weekend with confidence, only to lose to the Green Bay Packers at home. This loss devastated the team and their fanbase, especially since they had so much hope for a deeper run in the postseason. After seeing how everything went down, fans and analysts have tried to devise ways for this team to change moving forward. Some have suggested a quarterback change, while others have pointed to a new head coach as the best option for the team. In a recent conversation on his show, Craig Carton leaned to the latter, saying, "I think Mike McCarthy has to go, and I'm a big Mike McCarthy guy." He also said that his time has run out in Dallas. Carton called out the Cowboys' record under McCarthy, which has been 42-25 throughout his tenure. While he has a winning record as their head coach, they have only won one playoff game during this span, losing 3. Making it to the playoffs doesn't seem to cut it for this team anymore. Jerry Jones isn't getting any younger, and if he wants to see a Super Bowl in his lifetime, something will need to change quickly for the Cowboys. Whether that is a new head coach or not remains to be seen. However, for a team that is seen to have a top 5 roster in the NFL, they have been unable to break through in the postseason. It will be interesting to see what changes they make heading into 2024 to improve their odds. Cowboys rumors, Jerry Jones to hold job interview with Mike McCarthy. The Cowboys have plenty of roster decisions to make after another early exit in the NFL playoffs. Yet, the major question hanging over the Dallas offseason is who will be the head coach. Owner Jerry Jones has been remarkably quiet about Mike McCarthy's future since the team's blowout loss to the Packers. Sports Illustrated's Mike Fisher reported that Jones plans to treat his end-of-season meeting with McCarthy as a job interview. Coach Mike McCarthy is already under contract with the Dallas Cowboys for one more season, Fisher detailed in a January 16, 2024 article titled, "Mike McCarthy Meeting with Cowboys Jerry Jones Like a Job Interview." But he will nevertheless be figuratively presenting his resume to team owner Jerry Jones when he meets with the team owner this week in what one source tells CowboysSI.com will be like a job interview. Dak Prescott has already fallen on sword. When asked about those calling for coach Mike McCarthy's job following Sunday's unconscionable and seemingly inexplicable 48-32 loss to the Green Bay Packers in the NFC wildcard game, the always stand-up Dallas Cowboys quarterback says he bears as much blame the team's failure to compete and get to the Super Bowl for the 28th straight season since the last title in 1995. "It should be about me as well," Prescott said. "I understand it's about winning the Super Bowl. That's the standard of this league and damn sure the standard of this place. I get it, but add me to the list in that case," Prescott said and started it. And he is rightfully getting his share of the blame for his continued inability to rise to the occasion in the playoffs. His 2-interception performance belied what was an MVP-caliber regular season with an NFL-best 36 touchdown passes. But Prescott is not alone, and the list is much longer and deeper when it comes to those who should join him in the blame game. Receiver CeeDee Lamb led the league in receptions and had the finest season of any receiver in club history. Yet, he was out of sorts from the outset. He couldn't come up with a tough catch on third down on the opening drive of the game and had a drop on his third possession of the game. Lamb, who has been a tone setter for the offense all season, didn't record his first catch until it was 2 minutes left in the first half. The Cowboys were already down 20-0. The biggest blame goes to defensive coordinator Dan Quinn and a unit that ranked 5th in the league in scoring and yards allowed, but offered little resistance from the outset. The Packers scored on 6 of their first 7 possessions. Quarterback Jordan Love, in his first playoff start, completed 16 of 21 passes for 272 yards and 3 touchdowns, passes often to wide-open receivers against blown coverages. Running back Aaron Jones found gaping holes in an out-schemed and too-small Cowboys defense for 118 yards on 21 carries and 3 touchdowns. The Cowboys recorded no turnovers and no sacks. All-Pro edge rusher Micah Parsons, who said he was going to be phenomenal in the game, was largely a non-factor with just 2 tackles on the stat sheet. When asked before the game about how the Cowboys were going to stop Jones on the ground, defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence said he was going to be on the field. "I'm playing too." Lawrence ended the game with 4 tackles, 2 in the first half, when the Cowboys fell behind 27-0. He also had a crucial offsides penalty on the opening drive of the game that led the Green Bay's first touchdown. Again, the list is much longer and deeper when you add All-Pro cornerback Darren Bland, safety Jaron Kearse and linebackers Marquise Bell and Damone Clark to name a few. No one played up to their potential, and share in the blame game with Prescott and McCarthy if you are counting names. Cowboys signed former 11 TD receiver amid first moves after Packers' loss. The Dallas Cowboys announced the signing of 8 players to reserve/future contracts in the team's first move since their elimination loss to the Green Bay Packers. Receivers Jalen Moreno and Racey McMath are among the players who inked new deals. McMath is a wideout who the Cowboys signed to the practice squad ahead of the NFL playoffs. Dallas also signed the following players to reserve deals: tackle Earl Bostic, cornerback Josh Butler, tight end Princeton Fant, linebacker Buddy Johnson, pass rusher Durrell Johnson and defensive back Sheldrick Redwine. What is a reserve/future contract? The majority of these players spent time on the Cowboys practice squad, and a reserve deal holds the team's rights for the next season. The reason it is designated as a futures contract is that the player is not officially under contract until the start of the following league season, Pro Football Network's Ben Rolfe explained in a January 8, 2023 article titled NFL Futures Contract, Everything You Need to Know. The reason that differentiation is important is that the player's contract does not count against the salary cap or the roster limit for the current season. Instead, it is credited against the following year's salary cap, and the player counts against the off-season 90-man roster limit. However, it is crucial to note that once a player signs a futures contract, they are placed on a reserve/futures list and cannot negotiate with other teams. Unlike with practice squads, teams cannot sign other teams' players with a futures contract. Moreno spent last season on Dallas practice squad but did not see the field. The 22-year-old wideout has an impressive collegiate resume from his time at Fresno State. Moreno notched 83 receptions for 1,086 yards and 5 touchdowns for the Bulldogs in 2022. The receiver also had 85 catches for 899 yards and 11 touchdowns in 2021. NFL.com's Lance Zierlein gave Moreno a 6th-round grade heading into the 2023 NFL Draft. The receiver ended up going undrafted and signed with Dallas as a free agent. Slot receiver with adequate size who finds ways to get open, thanks to tempo variance over route acumen, Zierlein wrote in his pre-draft profile. Moreno's ball skills shine when he's elevating and making adjustments mid-flight, but he struggles when attempting to play through contact and make contested catches. His versatility to throw, run jet sweeps and operate outside of the norm for his position could be intriguing for creative play callers and teams looking to add competition at receiver on day 3. And you fan, what do you think of the Jalen Moreno situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.